first let me just thank y'all for coming. We appreciate your participation and the fact that you're spending time with us, that you care for our kids. That's a biggie for me, you know. And I agree with you, Bob, that there should be ABC awards. The list should be long for all the people who care about the teachers and the support staff who care about our kids. Okay? I mean, you can see that by just the things they do. And Dr. Heath, I know she had all them brain parts.
Yeah.
Okay? You wouldn't mind lending us some of them, would you? Sometimes it's pretty evident that we need them, okay? But you know, I don't want you to ever forget that we're here for you guys, okay? For our teachers and our kids, mainly our kids. It's all about the kids. You know, when you talked about the Kids First program, that's what all schools should do. It always should be about the kids. And Bob, you know, we'll support you as we always have. Okay? And I pray that you'll do the right thing. Okay? I'm not so sure a strike is the answer, but you know, sometimes you have to rattle the powers to be to get them to do something. And the ABC Awards, again, I thank Gina and Mick, and I am sure, I see Marion's not here, I am sure he appreciates her taking all that bus routes, because if she didn't, he would. But again, I thank you for coming in, and I thank you for your love and your just dedication to our kids. Thank you very much.
Mr. Lane.
So, Dr. Heath and special education staff, I can't say any more than what Dr. Heath did about that staff. I really appreciate her words and appreciate their efforts and everything they do for the school system. Our ABCD award winners, Mick and Jeannie, we really appreciate everything that they do to make sure that everything works like it should in the system, that the students get where they need to go, especially if it's a last minute change and you have to fill in for that. And lastly, I'll mention about our budget. The budget season is going on right now. We've made some tough decisions to try to make that balanced. One of the things people need to understand is when you do a budget for a school system, it has to balance out. There are not any options with being over budget. You can't do that at the end of the year. You can't go back and ask for more money. You have to make sure you have a balanced budget. So we do welcome comments. We appreciate anything anybody has to give us on that. I think we have listened to what people have told us in past meetings about the need for nurses. So really appreciate everything there, and you know, please give us comments on that before the budget gets finalized. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Mr. Mattis?
I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out and congratulate everybody that got awards, and for the teachers and the ABCD awards, and for Ratliff and Mick and Jeannie, and I just hope for a good meeting tonight.
Thank you. Ms. Secretary?
Yes, first of all, I want to thank all the special education teachers that came out tonight and all the aides, and Dr. Heath for your wonderful presentation to our special ed teachers and the assistants. And with your guidance, they have done wonderful things, so I really appreciate you. And all of our central office staff, as much as you do for our students and for our board as well. I do have a quote, as always, and it's for special education teachers. And this is a quote by Joe Martin, and it says, "What most people don't know is that most special education teachers are really angels disguised as extraordinary humans." And that holds true, because I've been a substitute teacher and I see day in and day out that everything that you do for our students. So I really, truly appreciate you. Also to Gina Lincoln, and also Mickey Ratliff for everything that you've done, your ABCD award. I would like to briefly address Mr. Kern, even though he's not here. He has multiple points in time violated Code of Virginia 2.2-370. He does this on multiple occasions, and I'm very disappointed in him as a board member. Also, our budget, I believe Mr. Rice has done an incredible job with our budget. And that was only the preliminary operating budget based on the governor's state revenues. That was preliminary, what we saw the other night. So I don't know if he understands the budget. So I'll just leave it at that, and I hope he has a change of heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Morgan?
Yes, first of all, I'd like to thank the Special Education Department, the entire department. I've seen many of those members in action, although I haven't seen them all. I've had the opportunity to interact with a lot of those teachers, and what they do is amazing. It's very evident the impact they have on those students' lives and those families' lives, and I don't think there's enough words to articulate how important they are to our school system family, so congratulations to them. Also to our 2 ABCDE award winners, we appreciate everything they do for us, Ms. Ratcliffe and Ms. LaCan. And we know it's challenging sometimes, and to meet commitments and bus routes and to fix everything everywhere, and it sure does sound like they go above and beyond to do that. For the rest of my comments, I'd like to agree with Ms. Sechner. I'm very disappointed in the behavior of our board member. From my time on the board, I have no reason to believe that the attentions of the staff members at this central office, at each individual school, including administration, at the maintenance offices, do nothing but to strive to put children first, and that's kind of the theme tonight, putting children first. I have seen nothing but them putting children first. I believe they try to do what's ethical. I believe they act with integrity and always keep the interest of our children at heart and at the forefront of their mind. For the budgetary process, Mr. Rice, I want to thank you and your entire department. You do an incredible job. I've been a part of some pretty large budget process for well over a decade, and how you do your processing is both effective and efficient, and I appreciate your hard work and your dedication. Please do not become or let your staff become discouraged. Also, with that said, we are represented on this board with members that attend that budgetary process and represent us and do a very fine job doing that and communicate well with us. So with that said, keep up the good work. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. And if there's anything I can do as a board member to continue to put the children of this community first, please let me know. That's all.
Mr. Wright?
All right. Well, thank you all for being here for the show tonight. Thank you to all the Bs, Ms. Burris, Bradley, Bowman, Brookman. Thank you all. I'm glad you all stayed tonight. Mr. Umstead, I believe people kind of forgot what you said. Not that we don't care, but you know, it's. I hope that if you decide that you feel like it is best to strike, that you remember that this school board gave you, without question, January 28th to go demonstrate in Richmond, and that's a planned day. And so we hope you will remember that we did that, and I know a lot of other school districts probably aren't doing that, but we support you with everything we have. And if you want a great pay raise, vote for a joint school system. To Mr. Ratliff, Ms. LaCan, thank you all very much. I guess they took off, but to all of our special ed teachers, I appreciate what all of you do day in and day out, and I think I hope you find it as rewarding as I imagine it being. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. First, I do want to thank everybody for attending tonight, especially with the weather as it is, and everything we have going on with the budget. As y'all know, last year was $2 million short. We wound up $1 million, and we've made that up right now. A lot of stuff got turned down, but we're keeping our employees first as much as we possibly can. Try to provide everything that you need to educate these fine young ladies and gentlemen that we have in our school division. We appreciate all the work you do. people that don't understand the budget, this is a preliminary budget. We're just starting down the process. The board just did see it on the 8th. So you don't solve that in a night. There's a lot of conversations. There's more to be had. As of right now, we do have that balanced. And that's what we must do at the end of the day. So come February and into March, when we finally get everything, hopefully final from the governor, we'll actually know where we stand and what we're looking for. We hope to be able to do a lot of good things, but it all rests on the state's shoulders right now. As far as complaining about people, if you want to talk to them about the problems that the board has, talk to your board of supervisors. You know, they don't think things through for us. It takes good people to make a board work. And a board's doing a good job. They spend a lot of time talking, the ones that want to communicate, and some don't. We can't fix that problem. But there's a lot to happen in this budget. A lot of ground's been made up since last year. They had the forethought of doing a 2-year budget instead of a 1-year budget last year. So we'd actually start identifying potential problems we were going to run into. And that's all been addressed. A lot of things that people asked for wasn't no way to do it, but if we get extra money, there's things that we would like to put back in our budget. If you have a chance to start to see what we're seeing, and like I said, we just seen it here in January, so you'll get to see it, try to help us understand if there's something we've missed, but we'll do everything we can for the students of Alleghany County Public Schools. Thank you. Mr. Katoka?
I just want to thank Dr. Heath and the Special Education Department. Been doing this 40 or 41 years, I've lost track, and I don't think I've ever worked with a finer special education department than we have here. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but I know that they work hard to be perfect and do what's best for each and every child and parent. So I want to thank them for all that, and obviously our award winners as well. And I want to thank them because our maintenance men who oftentimes go are hiding out of sight, but they do a lot for us, and it is a great maintenance department as well. And same with our transportation departments, Ben and Marion and the rest have done a really good job. I think tonight we see some of the conflict that goes on in our nation's capital, our nation's capital, with two sides not wanting to get along. And I think what I've seen tonight is a community here of educators and others in the community that want to work together and do what's right for all our kids in Alleghany County. We have to put all the other things aside and remember what we're focused on is we're focused on what's best for our kids, and we have to work together to accomplish that. And if I'm proud tonight to say that I live here in Alleghany County because what I saw tonight from everybody out here is exactly that. We're working together what's best for kids. So I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of that. Thank you.
Thank you.